Now, normally speaking, would you believe that that was done with a single injector, no blending blocks, no nothing? Yeah, you really cannot beat the marbled effect you get with this. This is totally off topic, but did y'all see those Seminoles last night? Ho ho ho, Tallahassee was lit. Handing Alabama their first season opener loss since I was like a pimple face freshman in high school. Wow. Yeah, here's something I'm absolutely over the moon about, guys. So last March, I believe it was, Happy Jack and I went down to the local striped bass fishery, which is basically the tail race of the Jackson Bluff Dam here on Lake Talquin in Tallahassee. Lots of Gulf strain striper run up there to that dam, and I caught one that I thought, you know what, I'm gonna mount it. So just check this out. Wow, a real skin mount. And no, it's not huge for striper. It's pretty big for Gulf strain striper here in hot Florida. Stripers don't like hot water a lot, so this one's maybe about 12 or 13 pounds. 20 pounds is really considered a freak around here. Really great job on the mount. I love sort of the green that he put into the top layer. I mean, talk about a color match, right? Here's one that y'all can really appreciate. So today's video, we're just gonna have some fun, and for some of you who have been following this channel for a long time, like 6 years or more, you would have seen a video just like this a long time ago, and I kind of always said I'd come back to it, and today we are. This is sort of the single injector, multicolor soft bait hack, and I think it's going to be really fun. Last time we did it with 3 colors in one single injector. Today we're going to shoot for 4 colors and see how much fun we can have. It's a really fun little technique. I think you can come up with some really cool patterns, and yeah, it's kind of novelty, but it's also really fun as a bait maker to do. And a lot of people that get into this hobby, they start out getting into it because it's fun, and we never want to forget how fun this is, how rewarding bait making is in general, and just how overall exciting this hobby is. So we're going to jump in. We're going to head on over to the Dead On Plastics buckets over there, measure out some plastic, and then we'll get started. And as always, a great bait starts with great plastic. That's what we're using today. Okay, while the other cups of plastic are cooking, we're going to go ahead and start adding some color. And this is straight mica powder, so this colors the plastic. These are not color shifts, interference powders, highlights, or anything like that. So we're gonna kind of go ahead and prepare the plastic that is cooked. All right, so we're gonna go, hey, get it, Garnet Gold, Florida State, go Noles. But we're gonna start with those 2 colors, and then the other colors on the other side of the equation are gonna be black and blue. Uh-oh. All right, now for a little bit of black. All right, so we'll do black on one side, and then the other side, we're going to do blue. Now, I'm sticking with pearls because they will show up the best. And what I mean by that is pearls opaque, and you see every little swirl, every little color blend, every little detail, all the marble effects. You'll really see that. Now, of course, you can do this with regular liquid pigments. There's really nothing stopping you from doing regular liquid pigments. And in fact, we're actually going to boost the blue side with a little bit of liquid pigment. So we're just going to add a little bit of Dead On Blue to it. You know, and look, it doesn't always have to be these big, loud, bright colors. That's just sort of for demonstration purposes. And really, this is a fun way for you to get these multicolor swirly effects in a single injector. Let's say you do not have a dual injector at home. You do not have blending blocks. You do not have the angling AIC block. But you want to have some multicolor fun in your injection molds, but maybe you only have a single injector. This is how you can do this. And you know, so you can mix up, you know, watermelon or green pumpkin on one side, blue on the other side, and now you sort of have that Okeechobee craw swirl, right? So that's sort of what today's demonstration is for, is to have fun, but also show you a bit of a hack with your single injectors that you can really do some cool things with. So that's sort of where we're headed with this. Okay, here we go. This is sort of going to be a long, continuous loop here, because we got to fill the single injector and inject it. And the great thing about using the AI Premium Injector is that it has that insulated, well, I don't think it's going to focus, but it's insulated, so as we're pouring all these colors in, they're not going to be setting up too fast. Our plastic is still going to be really workable, so here we go. Essentially, we're just loading the single injector. So we're going to pour a little bit of that in. And I hope that's in decent focus. And we're going to pour a little bit of these in. And so on. We're almost there. Alright, now we're going to close up. We probably got a little bit of plastic on those threads, but it should thread on there. There we go. Alright. Gonna hold some pressure, because no doubt there's probably a lot of air in the tube, which we're not used to having. So we really want to let these molds vent really well. Nice, slow and steady shot. Oh, y'all hear the laundry firing up? Horrible. I protest. And then we'll try a few of these over here. And basically, we're just going to run it till it runs out. You can't really squirt this back in the cup and reuse it. Alright, let's try one. I believe this is the 4-inch tracer shad. So here we go. Drum roll, please. Let's see what happened. You never know with this. Isn't that cool? Oh, they're not in focus. So it looks like the gold is sort of taking over. Isn't that neat, guys? Let's get another look at it. Pretty cool. If you just kind of look close, and we'll get a little closer here. You can see lots of sort of marble effects in there, right? Yeah. Okay, look at that. I think we got a little bit better distribution of color. So let's get a few of them out. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that something? Sort of almost a rainbow fluke, right? You know? Taste the rainbow. Look at that. Crazy. Okay. That's pretty cool, guys. They almost don't even look real. It's so different, right? Single injector swirl hack, I guess we could call it. Yeah, how about that? 2 of my 3 rip wraps came out nice. The other one, I think we just kind of ran out of plastic, but that's okay. Look at that. Yeah, again, it's so crazy. They don't even look real. And the 3-inch tracers. Really cool. Alright, we have a little bit of plastic left to do a few more things. So let's try this again, see how the results go. This is fun. Have not done this in a long time now. Alright, so we're going to try and get that off the threads. Perfect. Alright. Let's lock and load the injector. We're going to kind of purge it real quick. Yeah, there we go. Just because there was some air in there. Wow, check out the jerk baits on this one. As you can see, we dialed back the gold, and we got, I would say, more of that marble effect that I'm looking at. I mean, that literally looks marbled. Isn't that awesome? Yep, round 2 on the tracer shad. Tracer shad is hard to freaking say. Round 2 on the tracer shads came out awesome. Nice distribution of color there. And of course, look at that. Not your average worm. Such a cool effect. And an easy effect. Throw a bunch of colors together and send it. This is a fun way to make cool patterns that all you need is just a little bit of spirit of adventure. There's really no skill needed. A very simple way to make really fun effects. I mean, just look at this stuff. Yeah, this right here sort of captures it, right? Showing the single injector spilling all the secrets. Really cool. Get these wonderful marbled patterns. Not bad, you guys. Alright, so we just showed you sort of a 4-color extreme. Now we're going to show you something a little bit more practical. We're going to make like an actual real-world color using this same exact single injector hack, where we're going to take 2 single cups of plastic. For those of you who do not have divider cups, you don't actually need the divider cup. So we're going to take 2 individual cups of plastic, load the injector sort of the same way, shoot some different molds in a much different color to show you a real-world application. Alright, so for a real-world example, I almost said experience, we're going to do a green pumpkin. Right? Green pumpkin with some black flake over on, or sort of mixed with a purple side with purple flake. And we have spiked the purple with a little bit of pearl so that we can see the contrast. And you might recognize this color. Gambler makes a color like this called Killer G. Oh yeah, looking good. Alright, wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, we'll see what happens. Let's lock and load. I'm gonna run a few molds here. Alright, we're going to drum roll over the laundry noise. Here we go. Yeah, check that out. Single injector. Yeah. As you can see, some got more purple than others, but a nice sort of little natural blend of color there that normally you would see from the C block or milking the cow. There it is from a single color injector. And yeah, that's just another way to get the most out of your equipment, right? Take that single injector and get creative. Next up was the Crazy Hog. Yeah. We'll see what happened there. Oh, gotta get it to where we can see lots of glare, shadows. Alright, got mostly green pumpkin in those, alright, so we did not hit as much purple as I wanted, but that's okay. That's the way it goes. That's maybe the one limitation to it, is that you never know. However, it is really fun to sort of figure it out as you go. You don't know what they're going to look like. Oh wow, look at this. This is special. Look at just the claw tips of the one in the middle. Look at all that purple right there in the claw tips. So you can see we had a lot of purple come into this cavity, a little bit in this one, not much in that one. This is really good, guys. I mean, these are great little color swirls here that you can use in real life bait making situations. Yeah, all with just one injector, folks. That's sort of the theme of today's video. One injector can make the magic happen. Well, alright, it's about that time. Which ones were your favorite? The sort of Killer G real world example, or the crazy 4-color marble looking effect? Let me know down in the comments below. I gotta show y'all something pretty cool. We were able to do our hand poured Copperhead snake pattern in a stickworm mold. And what made this possible was the old school top pour Cinco molds from Angling AI. They're the ones with the really wide gates, and essentially we treated one half of the mold as if it was just an open pour mold, and open poured my snake pattern in it, closed up the molds, and then poured the bodies. So you can see we sort of have this snake pattern. Oops, trying to get it in focus here. You can see we kind of have the snake pattern laminate, right? The snake pattern's on one side, and then the laminate side, which we kind of poured the body in white pearl, and we did it in 2 different sizes there. So really special, really fun, and as you can see, yeah, we've been pretty busy on the hand poured snakes, but I thought it was interesting to show it in a full body worm that you would not normally think was possible. But it was possible because of that mold right there. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this one up. A nice kind of windy fall day. It's finally not too hot. I don't think I broke a sweat all video, and yeah, I am thankful for that. So anyways, a fun little lure hack or soft bait making hack with your single injectors. If you're someone who does not have a dual injector, they are expensive, or especially a triple injector. Do not worry, you can have a lot of fun with getting marble effects, multicolors, even kind of a swirl effect, right? The stickworms sort of gave me a little bit of that swirl. So you can get away with a lot of stuff with a single injector if you just get a little crazy. So that's what we hope you took from today's video. Sort of a fun novelty thing that you can actually use to get real world colors. So yeah, I figured after 6 years it was time for a refresher course. And now we're going to enjoy the rest of our day. See you guys in the next video. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be on the lookout for the next Casting Creations live stream, where we hope to get to talk to every one of you. So see you guys then.